Hello and welcome. What you just heard was music that I entirely created using the Elektron Tonverk. All sounds, samples, and sequences and effects were from the Tonverk, and in this video I'm going to show you which parts and features I used and how I created this track. The track starts with a pad sound, which I recorded on the computer using Omnisphere 3 and a sound set from Luftrum. All the files are stored and handled with little SD cards. It comes with an Elektron branded SD card, and it's very easy to copy files. You can just connect it with USB 3, and then it will be a drive in your computer. You can swap the files. There's no need for any special app to transfer your samples. In here, I just put a trigger on the first step, and from there the sample plays through. For the first time we have crossfades, which I didn't use because I record the sample to be exactly 8 bars long, but you have crossfades for the first time on the Elektron samplers, and also this is polyphonic, so when you trigger a new note, it just plays the same sound again. It doesn't interrupt the sample as it would do on all the other Elektron machines so far. You can already hear that there are some effects. I really like the effects of the Tonverk. Each track has 2 insert effects. This here is a new delay, which is very nice for washed out and subtle modulation of the pad sound. And then there would also be space on a second insert. From here, everything is routed to a bus 2. We have 4 buses down here. And what I'm doing here on bus 2 is that I have a compressor, which will later be sidechained. Maybe I can just quickly show you how this works. Where is it? Yeah, so the kick drum sidechains this bus. The second element of this track is a chord, which sits on track number 5 and sounds like this. The source material is a sample, which I recorded, and it sounds like this. Just a simple chord with a falling filter. I loaded this into another single player machine, and then I used the built-in filter, which I modulated with one of the 4 LFOs that you have per track. So I'm modulating the filter frequency here, and then everything runs into the effect machines. First on the track, I have no effects. It all runs to bus number 1, and on bus number 1 I have this delay, which I was talking about earlier. And the second is a reverb. There are different reverb algorithms. This is also a new one. I think it should resemble a plate reverb. Then, of course, we need a kick drum, and for this I used one of the samples which were shipped with the Tonverk, and I just programmed a simple 4-on-the-floor kick drum pattern here on channel 1. And on channel 2 there is a bass patch which I recorded from my Moog synthesizer, and of course we can shape the amplitude and everything with the built-in stuff that you know from the other Elektron machines. Together with the pad and the chord, we already have a nice foundation for this track. Then you noticed some glitch drums coming in. And this is something that is new on the Tonverk. It's the granular engine. So here I have a granular engine. The sample which I loaded was something I recorded on the Tonverk in another project that I was working. It is basically a beat and sounds like that. And this beat is now loaded into the granular engine. And what I'm doing here is I'm programming a pattern with like 8 notes. And every time it plays a note, another random position of this granular sampler is being triggered. This is an instant way of creating interesting glitch drums without spending too much time and without using any third-party loops or whatever. So this granular engine is set to 2 grains, and the density is on 0.3. The size is very small, so it plays only a very small part of the sample. And with the spread function, I make sure that these are the little grains. I hope you can see it on the video, and that they are like randomly moving with each new note which is triggered. After that, I'm using some effects. The first one is called chrono pitch, which is a very interesting pitch shifting delay. So it could transform each note with different echo, and the echo shifts in speed all the time. It creates very interesting effects, which you can probably use for tons of different things. After that, everything goes into another delay. That would be the sound without the delay. And then there is this delay. Also, I'm modulating the pitch of the sample with one of the LFOs. And from there, everything runs into bus number 4. And on bus number 4, I have another instance of another new reverb, which is just a standard algorithmic reverb. And altogether, we have this pattern. For the percussion, I used something called subtracks. Here on track 4, I loaded the subtracks machine, which means that I can have 8 different samples on the same track. This is kind of a sample box inside the box. So here you see there's just a shaker and a little snare drum. Those 2 samples can be individually shaped and filtered using the different elements of the Tonverk. But what you can't do is you cannot apply individual effects, so everything runs through the same effects or the same buses. So sometimes while playing the track, I will increase the delay, send, or change the send. But this is like for all percussive elements on the same track. The final element of this track is another chord. And for this one, I used some more tricky stuff. Again, I used the granular engine. And the sound source of this sample is something I recorded. Isn't it the same sample? Yeah, it's the same sample that I used before. And here I put it into the granular engine. And my idea here was that again, with each note that I trigger in the sequencer, another part of the sample would trigger either in forward or backward position. you can do this here on the second page of the granular sampler with the direction value. Also, you can change how the grains behave in terms of the envelopes, and of course you can apply all the other stuff. You have filters, you have the amp envelope, and again you can use different effects. There's one effect I really like, which is called frequency shifter. So this would be without the frequency shifter, and here I do it a bit drastically to show you what it does. But this is something I really like for those kind of dub chords. After that, we go into bus number 1, and here on bus number 1, we have another delay and another instance of the reverb. And of course, the Elektron sequencer does its magic. There are different steps here with different pitches and also different filter settings. I think this one just moves from the low pass to the high pass. This one has another, has a different setting for the attack phase. It also triggers only 3 out of 4 times. This one triggers only every second bar, and so on and so forth. And of course, I can also manipulate this whole thing using the filter. My first impression of the Tonverk is very, very good. Today is Sunday. I got it on Friday, and I must say that I really like this machine. Practically because it has so much effects and routing options, which really give me the chance to arrange a complete track and not always rely on external stuff to make it sound good. And what I also like is the extremely convenient way of loading stuff from the computer into the Tonverk. And also what I didn't show you is how nice it works with other gear. There is a function where you can connect external instruments like, let's say, the vial of iridium over here with audio and MIDI, and then you can sample and create your own instrument. I quickly show you this from another project that I did a few days ago. Which is this one. This is another track I made with the Tonverk, and there is one sound. I think it's this one here. Yeah, this is a sound that I sampled from the vial of iridium. I can now play it like this, and it was just a simple sine wave patch. And let me show you the effect stuff that's going on here, which is very interesting, I would say. First, I was using a wave folder. So this is the sine wave without any special stuff on it. And then there is this wave folder, which changes the timbre of the sound in a very nice way. And of course, then there is the dirt shaper, which is like a combination of different effects. And there's also something that's like a noise generator built in there. You could also rectify the sound and drive it into saturation. There's so many options just to make a simple sine wave patch sound amazing. And from here, we're going into bus 4. And here on bus 4, we have, again, the delay and the reverb. So this thing is an absolute, how should I say it? A very versatile workhorse, which allows you to do tons of interesting stuff with it. And I'm really looking forward to exploring everything the Tonwerk can do and arranging some music with it in the future. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ja, ist ja gut. Hallo Neptun, jetzt sind wir fertig mit dem Video. Hast du gut geschlafen? Ja, Neptun, schön auf den Minifreak drauf, ne? Das magst du.